So let's start with this madness. Let's go. So yeah, I don't really have anything to open with this besides talking about like, but I like this, even though it is from a very unusual idea. I like the idea of, I'm the person who I love how Persona does things with this, where they take a feeling or like an emotion which doesn't have a physical representation, like I'm gonna use examples that use another example, like not feeling that you are right in your body. Yes, I am using that because that is basic for the times with Donald Trump being about that. And feeling like people have to be a specific way. Trans people have rights. Again, sorry if I keep bringing this up, it's always on my mind. Anyway, but it represents in like a physical transformation. And I like it. Speaking of, the one thing which I do find interesting is the unique ones. Is because some of them I do think is pretty much what you might get. You have someone who gets injured based on like because they got bullied, which I would say is a pretty common trope. Like people say sometimes if you use words it can actually still physically harm someone. So that thing has been used even by the UK, which we don't usually sometimes go with like referential things too much. So that is kind of a thing where it's like, that is sort of like a thing. And I don't need to tell you how body swatching Freaky Friday has 3 remakes of the same movie, plus a sequel, which is not out yet. And I really want to watch it so badly. It looks so cool. It basically does one of the second reboot and then makes it. I was about to watch it, even my last Freaky Friday was like, oh yeah, there's a sequel. But I then realised it's not out yet, so I can't. So that was backfired. So sorry about that if you were excited, but it's not out yet. But I'm so excited when it does. Anyway, the 2 that I find are most interesting is the first one, which is slowly one person does not are free. One, the idea of someone slowly not existing, that they're in so much spotlight that they want a space, so that they just feel like this is just for me, and that because in this space no one acknowledged, it slowly spreads, and then theoretically, worst case scenario, this person does not exist permanently. And I don't know if that means they'll die. They'll surely go insane and start hallucinating, because if you've seen things around that, you kind of can have stuff like that. But it's absolutely dark. The other one is the time control one, which is basically one person wants something so perfect that they just loop and loop and loop and loop. Which I know a lot of people say, like, there was one Tumblr post, I think it was like from 2023, the video was from, I don't know how long the actual post was, and someone like dubbed it, the person who is the voice in Aphmau of like the Aphmau Mum's character, that VA, who's really amazing, but she voiced it and was like, oh, why don't you want shapeshifting? I would like time control, because if I can turn back time and reset all my mistakes, my problems will be solved. But yeah, that is a thing. Anyway, obviously not, because it's not more complicated than it first seems. The other one, which is a good idea, is having one person split. And yes, I know, that's Persona, but I like the idea that, I like how, more specifically not what the power is, because what the power is essentially, Persona. There's 2 versions of these people who exist in one body and they're 2 different mindsets, and I love it. But the one thing which I like the most is how they introduced it. Is they called on the phone, and they looked, it was like, I don't know, we're behind you. It's like, no, you're not. And then it's like, there's a version of you here. And it's fun. So yeah. So yeah, this is fun and cool, and you should watch it. There's nothing more to it, just fun ideas took theoretical concept into a real world. So yeah, this next, and also technically I'm gonna record and upload the ones now because this was supposed to be yesterday's, so I'm technically recording this. So I might actually record both of these now quickly, not upload both, do this, do the things, then go back to it, which makes it easier because I don't want to turn my computer on too late because I need to do a couple of things. Timing. Anyway, this next.